So, what is coaching? Coaching in a career management sense is working one-to-one, normally with fairly senior candidates, and making sure they're getting to their objective as quickly and efficiently and with as much control as possible. Now that's where we as coaches at Career Intelligence come with a lot of knowledge and a lot of background, having worked directly with large multinational organisations, with other career management companies, globally and across industry sectors. So we really are here to help you get to your objective as efficiently as you possibly can. Now, how we do that differs from client to client. That's why this job is so interesting, because everybody needs something different. But there are some things we tend to have to look at on a one-to-one basis. Now, the first thing for a lot of clients is their CV. Does it work? If it doesn't, let's make sure it does work as soon as possible. Without a good, effective and powerful CV, commonly nothing will work. So you've got to make sure your CV is working well. So we'll sort that out for you and really get that working. So hopefully fairly quickly we can begin to see some results. Then what we have to look at is all the routes to market. Now, the first route we'll look at is the advertised job market. At a senior level, the chances that that being the way for you to find your job are fairly slim. But I think we can be quite creative about the advertised job market and look at how we can use it to our advantage to research and perhaps find other routes to that particular job. So we'll pull that apart and put it back together, and you will see results from that fairly quickly. But then what we have to do is look at this mysterious thing called the hidden job market. Now, the first thing we'll do is identify who are the recruiters and headhunters that you as an individual need to speak to begin having some kind of profile in the market where you are looking for a role. So together, you and I will begin to strategize approaches to these people to make it as effective as possible. Then moving on from that, once we begin to have conversations with these recruiters and headhunters who really can help you on your route to your next role, what we'll look at is other ways for you to find these roles. Now, the first thing you have to begin to use quite effectively in 2012, 2013 is LinkedIn or other social resources available to you. However, the key thing about using something like LinkedIn is that you have to be able to use it up to a point and then walk away from it. So together, you and I will develop the uses for LinkedIn other than a faceless networking tool. And really, let's get an understanding of how to use LinkedIn as a research, as a resource tool, as a way to get you to market as quickly as possible. Then moving on from there, for most of our clients, the big thing, the direct approach to market, how to get noticed by industry decision makers, people who really will lead you directly to your next role. So based around research that we'll do at this end, and then a strategy that you and I will develop together to get noticed by these people and have meetings with these people. Often this can be a direct route to either direct links to jobs or referrals into the market to get you to your next role as effectively as possible. Other things we often have to talk about, and interestingly I find often for my more senior candidates, we really have to talk about interviews. They're very used to sitting behind a desk and interviewing other people, but when it comes to being interviewed themselves, they often have some problems. And so we often do mock interviews with our clients just to get them prepared for that interview they have in the next few days. Other things we'll look at are negotiation, making sure you're getting the best package possible, and how to do that effectively without shooting yourself in the foot and not being offered the job at the end of that negotiation. So these are all things we do, and with our expertise and with the background that we have, we can try to ensure that you get to your next job as quickly, as effectively, and with as much control as possible.